We offer a few different standard layouts at Austin Van Works, and we've thought through different ways people will be using the vans and different features to include. So this is really, we kind of envisioned this being two people that might be working remotely and sitting at the table in there, and then also using it to hang out and extended travel and possibly living in. So I'll start walking through some of the features that we included in the van for that use. This is our just outdoor fold-down table. You can use it for cooking, just any kind of surface for hanging out in this space here. Yeah, and then I'll walk you through the inside and we'll make our way around. We included a divider wall in this van just for more privacy and security. We really like that option. It makes the living space kind of cohesive. And then this area here is the dinette, which also goes down into like a day bed or a guest bed. And I can demonstrate that for you here. Just kind of gotta take these out. This guy pushes down. Then you lock it in place. Voila, you've got yourself a little day bed. And underneath the day bed area is a hidden toilet stall. If you just lift the lid and then open the stall doors, you can access the toilet. It's a compost toilet. It's got a 24-hour vent fan pulling out here. There's a lot of storage in this layout. You can see here in all the uppers, just a ton of storage. Down here underneath the footwell, we raised it up so you can have some storage tucked away under there. In the bench seat down here, also lots of storage for bulkier items. Moving on to our tall cabinet here, we've got lots of storage in the upper area. It can also house a microwave if you choose to have one. We could put an outlet in the back for you. Otherwise, it's just lots of storage for pantry items. And down below is our 12-volt fridge. Put lots of food items in there. Little freezer area here. And in the bottom, more and more storage. You can bring more than you need in here. And now our kitchenette. Lots and lots of storage. All these drawers are really nice to have. We also have, hidden in one of these, is our Stowaway Induction stovetop, which we really like, having the ability to stow it away. That way it makes the countertop more versatile, so it's not just always embedded in the countertop. And under the sink we have, this is where we put our water filter that filters all the cool water running to the sink. And both the sink and the rear shower, which I'll show you later, have hot and cold water. And under here we always include a fire extinguisher also. And on the bed wall here, lots more storage, two more large drawers. And then the bottom drawer is actually a step that pulls out to help you get up into bed. This bed we made pretty tall in order to have bike storage underneath. You need a minimum height for that. So I made the bed kind of tall, so it helps to have a step. And you can pop the top on the step and have lots more storage in there. I wanted to point out the locking latches that we have here. These are a crucial thing to have in a build. I personally found out the hard way that if your doors and drawers aren't latched, everything you have comes crashing out onto the ground when you make a turn. So it's really nice to have that. And staying warm is a priority if you're going to be visiting cold climates. So all of our vans are really well insulated with natural wool. And we also have the a diesel heater which vents from right here. It's more than enough to keep the van warm. You don't actually even need it on that long because of how well the van is insulated. And it's also nice that it's located right here, which is right by the bed. And we have the controls for the heater in here and in the control panel. And in the bed area, we have a really large bed. It's a deluxe foam mattress that is a little bigger than a queen size. It's meant to sleep down the length of the van. And a nice feature that I have, which I found useful when I was in a van for a while, was just storage by the bed for books or magazines, or to put your cell phone in while it charges, or to tuck like your clothes away for the next day or something. It's a nice feature to have. And above the kitchenette is where we put our control panel. We have our heater controls and our gray tank and fresh tank gauges, the heating pad for the tanks for below freezing weather, our battery monitor for our battery bank in the back, and then our control for our inverter to control all the 110 outlets in the van. Up above the bed here, there's lots of overhead storage, which is really nice to be able to access all that from the bed. And we have this nice long window, this turn window here, which has a shade when you pull it down, or the screen when it comes up. And then you can actually drop this and prop the window out, so you can use while it's raining. That's a really nice feature. And just to show you what it's like to be in the bed, I'm 6'1", and it's still pretty comfortable for me to sit up and hang out in bed. And again, it's meant to sleep along the length of it, and this is a great size for me to stretch out, starfish if I want to. It's perfect, nice comfy bed. And behind the bed on the wall, we have these reading lights here, so you can sit up in bed and read. Touch sensitive. All of the lighting in the van is they're actually on dimmers, and then I also forgot to mention that we have the 12-volt fan up there, and then we have a 12-volt AC on the roof, which actually, this one is water cooled, which allows you to be away and not plugged in for a longer period of time, or if you're going to be sitting and boondocking without having your fan on, it's nice to have an AC that doesn't use much electricity. Now for the garage space, you can see we've got a ton of storage under here. We have the bed high up, so you can fit a bike or two back here. And then on each side, we have the water box and the electrical box go over the wheel wells. You can see in this water box, we have our 33-gallon water tank, and that's our heater that does the air heat and hot water. It runs off of the diesel, so it's not using up your battery, which is nice. We have a quick connect right here for the shower head, so you can connect that and then hang it up on the door or hold the wand in your hand for a rear shower. And then this also has hot and cold water available back here, and storage for longer items like skis or something up top above the water box. Here we have our window covers that go in the van that actually allow the van to be totally blacked out when you're inside. You can see here they also roll up and store in place, and then when they're down, they just magnet around and create a nice light-proof seal. On this side we have our electrical wheel well box, which you can see has some available storage in it. It also has the bulk of our electrical system in the back. It's a 3,000 watt inverter here, which is powering all of the 110 outlets throughout the van. And in the back we have a 300 amp hour lithium battery bank and the rest of the electrical components. The van charges three ways. We have the isolator, which charges off the van battery, the shore power, which you can plug in, and it can plug up to, or it can be plugged in up to 30 amps, and then a solar array on the roof. We have 400 watts up there. And on the back we have our DC and AC control panels. It's nice to have it accessible in an accessible place, so you don't have to go digging for it, so we like to put it on the back. We also have a light underneath the garage for accessing things under there. On the back here we have switches for LED lighting that we include up above, and we also have it on the side. And just to recap, all the material in the van, we do our best to source eco-friendly material. We use natural wool insulation in the walls. All of our paint is no VOC, and we use natural stain on all of our beech wood that we use. The beech is all hardwood, and we use birch plywood, which is no formaldehyde, no chemicals. It's nice plywood to use.
I hope you enjoyed that video. If you hadn't noticed, we do sell an ebook for how to convert a van. It has over 190 pages of detailed instructions and diagrams, also 25 video tutorials which are specifically for the ebook buyer. Creating a van for many people is obviously a really intimidating project, but I really believe, and I've seen it time and time again, that with the right information, anyone can turn out with a pretty decent van conversion. So check the link in the description, subscribe to the channel if you are not already, and drop us a comment if you like this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.